Hi, everybody. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes. I was 6 minutes late. Sorry. Violet was napping. So let me introduce myself for those that maybe don't know me. There's a burp. Excuse you. I'm Kara. I am the Community Outreach Manager at Baby Tula. And I'm actually on maternity leave right now, so I'm a little rusty. Haven't done a live video in a while. Actually, the last one I did, I had a giant belly. I think I was maybe 34 or 35 weeks pregnant. So this little girl made her arrival on March 20th, and she is 4 weeks and a couple days old. Hi, Diamond. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Marissa. So anyway, I have been really enjoying wearing this little one in my Tula carriers, mostly ring slings and the Free to Grow. And the Free to Grow is pretty amazing. For those that know me, and some that don't, but maybe have seen me comment in Tula Love, I was so bummed out that the Free to Grow released. Here, I'm gonna say hi. Hello. She just woke up, and she still wants to eat, I think. So anyway, I was a little bummed out that the Free to Grow released. Please don't claw yourself. When my now two-year-old was 11 months old, and I didn't get to really utilize it like it should be utilized. Wearing a tiny baby, there's just no better feeling. So when we had Violet, I just couldn't wait. I have, been amassing my Free to Grow collection, and I'm very excited. So I thought nothing better than doing a demo with a real baby versus my creepy fake baby. So keep in mind, I'm going to read the comments. So if you guys have questions, I'm going to try to get to them anyway. This little one allows. So if you guys have questions or comments, please go ahead and add them there, and I will check and try and answer them as best I can. Hopefully my quality on my video kind of looks a little bit sketchy. Hopefully you guys are able to see me all right. All right, let me just check in real quick before I start. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to set her down and get my carrier first. And she's probably not going to like that, so sorry for baby cries. That is par for the course, though, around here right now. All right, I'm going to set you down. Sorry. Okay, so, yeah, that didn't last long. Okay, all right, here. Oh, they can't see you, I don't think. Sorry. Okay, so I've got my carrier. Now, many of you are already familiar with the Free to Grow, but for those that are not, the Free to Grow adjusts in two main places, right? So we have the panel adjustment here. This raises and shortens the panel height. So for Violet, it is completely cinched. I know it's a little bit hard to see with the hood. Hold on, let me grab one that doesn't have a hood just for this demo purpose. So as you can see here, same style carrier, just different print. It is fully cinched. And then the other place that it adjusts is here on the waistband. And for her, it is on the smallest setting. She is 11 pounds at 4 weeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one though, because I think it stands out better. Oh, it's okay. All right, so with a tiny baby, one thing that you may talk over that, with a tiny baby, one thing that you need to do that you may not think feels odd or feels off is actually wear your waistband really, really high. Because if you think about it, here's where her butt needs to be so that she's at a good position for me. And this is essentially right under my chest, which if you're breastfeeding or if you're large chested, it's definitely going to be right under your chest. So keep that in mind. It feels a little off. And for any maybe dads or men that might be wearing, their natural inclination is to wear kind of by their belt level. So for a little baby in a Free to Grow, keep in mind that you want that waistband nice and high so that you can kiss the top of the baby's head and check to make sure that their airway's clear and that they're not spitting up all over you, which is going to happen anyway. Okay, so now I really am setting her down. Put my waistband on. Okay. Sorry, I'm rusty here. doing these live videos, so. All right. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm going to thread this through the elastic safety loop. And then, as I said, right under the boobs, the chest. See, I'm crass on maternity leave. I can't do anything with me. All right. Now, make sure that your straps are nice and loosened. And if you're like me and gained 70 pounds during pregnancy, you know, you may have to adjust this from where the settings were before you were pregnant, if you were wearing it before then. So I made sure to lower my back clip a good bit. Sorry, I'm confused. So make sure that's nice and lower. And do these adjustments before you get the baby in. I want to make sure that it's even, and it is definitely not even. So this one is quite difficult to do once the baby's actually in the carrier, so definitely get that back clip adjusted first. All right, so I'm going to loosen my arm strap so I can reach my back clip and get my screaming baby. I'm sorry. Okay, so now I have her. So what I do is kind of hold under her butt, and so where I can feel the tag right here, the top, feel the where the panel kind of folds over, and I just kind of just rest her right here while I'm holding her, so I know that that's about the right position that she should be in. So I'm going to hold her, and I kind of lean back just so she can't flail backwards. And grab my one arm strap. Of course, she's struggling against this right now. Of course, because mommy's live, huh? So I've got one arm strap up, and then with the other arm, I'm going to grab the underside of the panel and just pull it up over the baby's back and make sure her leg is out. Sometimes her leg will be stuck in the carrier, so I've got to grab that. Okay, so I've got the straps on. It's okay, it's okay. Before I buckle the back, I actually like to reach my hand in here. It's in here at the bottom of her butt, and press the waistband flat to my stomach, and then just make sure that her little butt is kind of over the waistband, just to get her that nice deep seat. Make sure that she is in the correct position, that her butt is lower than her knees. So now I am going to buckle my back, and as you can see, it's a little higher than what I would prefer it to be. I like it you know, shoulder blade level. So now I'm going to tighten. One thing I like to do is lift baby's bottom up while I tighten. It just removes some of the force from it, so it's a little easier, and I like to bounce. Bounce, bounce. Okay, and I'll do the other side. Same thing. All right, so now we are in. Okay. She's close to the feeding source, so for a moment she's going to be good, thinking maybe she can get something. All right, so here's her knee, here's her butt. Let's see so you can see bottom of her butt. So she's definitely, her knees are higher than her little butt. At this age, you know, their bones, you know, her leg bone is like that long. So it's, you know, there's a very minimal difference between where her knee is and where her butt is. But as long as she is sunk down in the carrier a little bit, I think you're good. I like to just kind of gently grab by her calves right here and just push up a little bit and bounce, just to make sure that her butt is filling out the bottom of the seat, which it looks like it is here. And so let's see, turn this way. Oh, she's happy in there. Happy enough for the moment. So that is how I get my 4-week-old in the carrier. Now I'm going to take a look here and see if now she's happy, Priscilla. Alyssa, does anyone else ever worry their legs will be too far spread apart? So I know what you mean on this, Alyssa, because I am not a petite person, and this was something that I worried about initially, because, you know, I'm wide, you know, and I don't want her straddling me completely, you know, that would be obviously quite wide. However, she's sitting in front of me. She's sitting, you know, her butt is out here and her legs are right to the side of her butt. So she's still, this is definitely not too wide for her. She's super comfy. Now, if for some reason, you know, the Freedom Row starts at 7 pounds, goes up to 45. I probably should have said that in the beginning. But if for some reason, you know, your baby has shorter legs, One thing I have told people to do is maybe as you're getting her in here, just squish the fabric. Get a different carrier because Lord knows I better not take her out of this one right now. All right, so when you're putting it on, you can just squish this panel fabric a little bit. If you have a baby that has really short legs, so as you're putting her in, squish that so it molds to the baby. The good thing is that the panel is floppy. I mean, it's nice and soft. The material is thin and moldable. So if you just squish it in a little bit, that should be fine. Hopefully that makes sense. So let me see if I can. What about the insert for baby? I see Polly. I see a lot of people answered your question, but with this carrier, it adjusts the panel width right here and the panel height right here. Adjusts here, and then there's some snaps, which grab my other carrier. I have to take this wild baby out of here. So there are snaps right here. So right now, this one is set on the narrow setting because I have free to grows scattered all over my house. Honestly, it's great to wear her, but mostly to protect her from the 2-year-old who has taken to poking her in the eye and pulling her hair, which is really fun. But anyway, so it adjusts this way, and the width, once baby grows and you need to be on the widest setting, it is the same width as a standard carrier, standard Tula. So, which is really nice. And you know, some babes fit in a standard Tula till they're 2.5 or 3, and it goes up to 45 pounds. So honestly, I could wear my 5-year-old in it, but I'd rather not wear him. I'm a little touched out. Okay, let's see. So I asked him to insert. Oh, the safety strap. Mary Catherine, hi. Yeah, the safety strap. You know, it's funny. It's one of those things that people don't kind of realize is there, but it's a nice feature and it's super easy and a quick thing. You don't even have to think about it to use it. Let's see. So here is the waistband and the buckle. And you can see here is a little elastic loop. So when you are putting the carrier on your waist, before you pick the baby up and put the baby in, just thread the buckle through the elastic loop, and then it sits just right back here behind it. It's kind of hard to see because it's all black. But then buckle this. Now, you know, this buckle is not going to fail on you. However, sometimes I've done it. I've clipped my shirt into the buckle and not really realized it. And it's not a tight latch because of that. Or I've had people tell me that their toddler or, you know, bigger kid unbuckled it with the baby at another. That's something my 2-year-old would do if she could do this. And want to see the baby fall. But if that happens, this is not going anywhere. This is going to stay on you and keep the baby secure. So it's just a nice little feature. Let's see. What am I missing here? Yeah, instant calm, Marissa, you're right. I mean, I did wake her up from a nap. Let's see if I can. She's like going back to sleep here. She's used to mom talking, so that's not going to wake her up. Insert, I already talked on that. In the hip. Let's see. Am I missing anything? I don't know which direction. Sorry, I'm here. All right, I'm not seeing anything right this second. Oh, what is your panel setting at? My baby is 2 months old, and I got panel all the way up already to reach her neck. Am I carrying her too low down in the seat? Michelle, that's a good question. So, all right, I'm going to try and take this off. I noticed this, you know, carriers will fit different people differently. I think because right now I'm large chested with the breastfeeding and all, you know, she sits a little differently in it than someone that, you know, might be small chested because, you know, there's a little bit more to work with in the front here. So depending on how deep your seat is, if your seat, I guess, is too deep, the panel will come down a little lower. But you can see like the top of her shoulder right here. For a 4-week-old, Violet has pretty good, I wouldn't say neck control. She has good neck strength. She's always pushing off of me and looking around. So for me, this isn't an issue. You know, she could be a little wobbly, but on this side, she's good. One thing you want to make sure is that you're tightened enough here on the back and that you're even. I noticed the other day that like one side was higher than the other, and it was because one of my arm straps was tighter than the other. So that can make a difference. So to answer your question, this is on the shortest panel setting and the narrowest, as she's just not very tall. But I do know what I know what you're talking about. So maybe just make sure that your waistband is up high enough that she's here, and that your seat maybe isn't quite too deep, so it's not too high. You know, it does take a little bit of adjustments. If you still had questions, you know, feel free to post a photo in Tula Love. You could tag me, or any of the admins help, or lots of people help. Or Tula offers video fit checks, and you know, one of our certified baby wearing educators, not me because I'm on maternity leave, but someone else will, you know, would be happy to help you out there. Let's see, Ula, she's asleep. Yes, she is. How many kids do I have? This was my 4th baby, my 3rd living baby. So yeah, needless to say, definitely need the carrier. I noticed that, you know, with my first, I didn't hear about Tula till he was three months old, I think. You know, and I didn't feel like I needed to wear quite as much. Now I have to wear, like I have to wear her. Otherwise, like I mentioned, my 2-year-old will attack her. But also it's just easier, you know, like I tried to get the kids out the door for school in the morning, or get their dinner on the table, that kind of thing. It's just, it's priceless. I mean, honestly, I feel like this is the best baby shower gift you could ever get anyone. I would like to say that if I didn't work for Tula. I mean that. Okay, let's see if I'm missing anything else. Okay, I don't think I see any other questions right now. But okay, well, I guess that's it. So I guess I should demonstrate taking baby out of the carrier, just because even though this is happening right now, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take her out. So to get baby out, in order to reach the step clip, you know, I could technically reach it right now by really stretching. I have longer arms, but for those with shorter arms, you probably couldn't reach it right here. So the easiest thing to do is to loosen these, kind of like this little chicken wing move. So there's like a little tab right here, and just press up with your thumbs, and that loosens the carrier. And this is actually what you would want to do if you were nursing in the Tula. I'm not going to right now because I don't really have a nursing friendly shirt on, but you could loosen the arm straps and then loosen your waist just a touch and push down to get baby in position. Now, unfortunately, I have low hangers, so for me, I'd have to like lower her quite a bit. But for those that don't have that problem, you wouldn't have to lower her quite as much. But then you could just get her into position and to feed. And then after she's done nursing, you could raise her back up. You always want to raise up after you're done nursing in the carrier. Very important. And then you could tighten back up. Oh, I was going to mention to Michelle, sorry, when you were asking about the panel height, one thing I noticed too is the Free to Grow hood is actually really nice because it gives like a little bit more support, just because it's kind of a nice volume, like there's a lot of volume to the hood. So when it's just hanging down, there's like a little bump, and it's actually really nice for support. So if you were, you know, concerned about that, that's one other way to get a little bit more fit. Any tips on using the hood with a newborn? Oh, okay. Well, see, Marisol, we're on the same page. Me and you. All right. I guess let me try and see if I can connect mine back. The biggest tip that I want to say with using the hood is for a newborn, you only really need to buckle one side. You want to make sure that the newborn is still getting plenty of air. So as you can see, her head is tilted to this side. So if my hood were attached, I'm not going to attach it back right this second, but say it was attached, I would put the snap up on this side of her. And to pretend this is attached. And so it would kind of look like this. So it gives her actually a little more support with the hood, one side of the hood up, but also shields her somewhat, but she can still breathe. So this is good if baby falls asleep or if you're going out into the weather. If you are on the 98th day of January, like I am here in West Virginia, it's sleeting and snowing outside. If you're going outside and you want a little bit extra coverage, this is perfect. Sun, or if you just don't want people to see the baby or touch the baby, if you're going to a restaurant or to Target or something. So it's nice to just be able to do this, and you know, they're pretty much covered. There's a very small, but she can still get plenty of fresh air and everything in there. So, okay, so now I really am going to take the baby out of the carrier. So I'm going to go back and loosen these again. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. And unbuckle this. See, you can see how high it came up on my back. And then, while supporting the baby with one hand right here, go ahead and take out one arm. She's going to be mad. I'll just blame you guys. So you can see she's in her nice, I mean, you get sleepy dust, right? Like, and there we go. So don't worry about the Tula around your waist until after you put the baby down. It just can dangle. Don't worry about fiddling with that. I'm going to set her down and then just show one other little tip that I like to do with the Tula. If you don't want to take it all the way off your waist, because let's say you need to change the baby's diaper, or need to just do something really quickly and put the baby down and then put the baby back, rather than leave your Tula dangle. Sorry. Okay. I like to wear mine like a little pack around my waist. So I grab the chest clips and then just buckle the chest clip here. So this way it's not dangling and I don't have to worry about it, a strap getting caught on something, but it's still right here so that when I need to grab her again and put her right back up, I don't have to fiddle with the waistband again. So anyway, okay everyone, I think that covers wearing a tiny baby in a Free to Grow. So Violet wants to say bye. Oh, she's like, what did you do to me? You say bye, everybody. Maybe we'll do one of these again soon with it for a different feature or a different carrier if you guys have any ideas. Oh, I want to mention too, if you are curious about wearing a tiny baby in a ring sling, Anastasia from Attached, the organization Attached in New York City, she just did a really great video. She posted in Tula Love today, actually, wearing her 2-week-old in a Tula ring sling, and it's a really great video. Some really great tips on how to wear a very small baby. So I'll link it in the comments. So if you are interested in that, you can find it. So, all right, everyone, I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.